Welcome to the Racing Podcast. I'm Louis, and today I'll be talking you through my top picks for Future Stars Friday at the Breeders' Cup. So we start off in race number 5. It's the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint over 5 furlongs, and the purse is for $1 million. So what we're going to do in this podcast, changing it from how I normally do them. So I want to give you the selection and then a danger horse if there is one. There are 14 horses going to post in this. My selection is Big Evs, where's he gone? I've lost him. Here we are. Horse number 4, 3-1 morning line, is 3 from 5 over this trip. And to be honest with you, I do believe that he'll just go straight to the front, and I think it'll be very hard to catch him. Last time out in the Flying Childers Stakes, Grade 2, which was at Doncaster, won that by 2 3/4 lengths. Tom Marquand keeps the ride from that performance, and to be honest with you, I think it's just going to be 1-0 to the Europeans straight away. In this race, the horse that I would class as a danger is number 8, and that is Slider, 8-1 morning line price. Only because the switch to turf last time out in a minor stakes race, he won that by 1 1/4 lengths, 1 from 1 at Santa Anita, and 1 from 1 over this trip. So that's the reason for putting Slider as the danger. But in the first race of the Breeders' Cup, it's going to be number 4, Big Evs. Moving on to the next race, which is in race number 6. It's the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. It's over the 1.5 furlong, and for this race, I believe that number 1, I don't really know how to pronounce it, whether if it's Candide or Candide, don't know. But I feel like she's the one that's probably most likely to win this. Obviously, the main danger is the 7, Tamara, is the morning line favourite, 4-5, won both of her first 2 runs, with a combined winning margin of 9 lengths. So you have to be pretty special to win on debut and then back it up in a Grade 1. You've got to be kind of special. But that was over 6.5 furlongs and then 7 furlongs. This is over 1.5 furlong, which Candide, that's how I want to pronounce it, she has won over this trip. In my opinion, I think it's going to be between these two. But Candide at 4-1 makes a lot more appeal than Tamara at 4-5. So this time tomorrow I might be kind of scratching my head thinking, why did I pick Candide over Tamara? Especially if tomorrow then goes and wins by like 10 lengths or something stupid. But because of what I see, I feel like Candide, especially at the price, is a more wise selection. In race number 6, it's going to be number 1, Candide, to win. Now on to the next race, which is in race number 7. It's the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf over the mile. Purse for $1 million. I actually realised I didn't say the purse for the last race. We move on. The horse I've gone with in this race is horse number 9, Tamara. The reason for that is because last time out at Newmarket in a Grade 2 over 7 furlongs, she won that by 2 1/4 lengths. She's stepping up in trip today to the mile. but I feel that she's actually got a lot of potential. Only having 4 runs, winning 2 of them, and coming second in one of them, I just feel like she's actually got a lot of potential. James Doyle keeps the ride from last time, but the danger horse really, for me, it's a bit scary, is number 11, She Feels Pretty, 4-1 morning line odds, and I've just forgotten that I didn't say Carla's Way morning line odds, and that is 6-1. So yeah, going back to She Feels Pretty, the reason why I'm quite scared of her is because of the step up in grade that she did last time out. Debut in a maiden special weight for 67,000, won that by a neck, and then straight into a grade 1, and she won that by 4 1/4 lengths. So to have that massive step up so quickly and just to annihilate them, she's got to be something special. At the distance, she's won from 1. She's never ran at Santa Anita, which, to be completely honest, a lot of them have never run here before. So really, there's no advantage or disadvantage. But I feel with the turn of foot, especially that it's on the turf, the British horses, in my mind, have a better chance because of the turn of foot that we have, that the American horses at the moment don't seem to have, which it kind of, it is something that will obviously, the margin will kind of get smaller, but at the moment I feel like the British horses have got a better chance really. In this race it's number 9, Carla's Way, probably more as an each way play, but that's the pick in this race. Moving on to the next race, which is in race number 8. It's the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile over 1 mile and half a furlong on the dirt. Purse is worth $2 million. And the horse that I've gone for in this race is horse number 6, and that's Locked. The reason for that, 7-2 morning line odds is 2 from 3 lifetime, 1 from 1 over this trip, and just seems to be getting better race by race. He seems to be improving. The early and late speed figures seem to be relatively decent, especially for this race. Jockey keeps the ride, so this is the 4th time in 4 starts that he'll be riding. I just don't see a horse that will really be able to challenge. I have got a danger in the race, and that is horse number 2, Prince of Monaco, 4-1 morning line odds is 3 from 3, but that's not over this trip. It's over shorter distances, 5 furlongs, 6 furlongs, and 7 furlongs. So, can she then make? No, it's not she. It's a he. Sorry. So basically, can he make that step up in trip again for the 4th time in his life? I'm not too sure. That's why I've gone with number 6, but I do feel like this is an incredibly hard race to pick. I must admit, I didn't do this race in the order of the race card, because I looked at it and it was just like, wow, this is really, really difficult. So, it's just one of those races where you've got to try and find something that looks most appealing to you. And to me, number 6, Locked, hopefully he'll deliver. But in this race, it's number 6, Locked, to win. on to the final race of the podcast, and that is in race number 9. It's the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf over the mile, a purse worth $1 million. And in this race, I must admit, I've only gone with one horse. Not that I don't think that there's any danger. There is a lot of danger in this race, but I'm just going to go and be a bit bold with this race and just go with the one horse and only name the one horse. That is horse number 9, Endlessly. 5-1 morning line odds, is 3 from 3. Has won 2 graded races, and also his maiden is 3 from 3 at this trip and 1 from 1 at the track. So yeah, I'm hoping that the course and distance victory can kind of pay a little bit more dividends in this race. But yeah, that is keeping in mind that was a grade 3. This is a grade 1. So obviously you're going to have a lot more harder competition in this race. But I feel like he's up to it. I definitely feel like he's up to this sort of level. Otherwise I just wouldn't have named him. But like I said, this race is very, very deep when it comes to talent and ability. So if my horse finishes kind of mid-pack or even last, I wouldn't be overly surprised or shocked. But yeah, obviously I'm hoping for the win. But at 5-1, definitely will be playing each way. So in the 5th and final race of the podcast, and for Future Stars Friday of the Breeders' Cup, it's going to be number 9, Endlessly, as a each way play. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully that I've managed to be able to provide you some winners for the first day of the Breeders' Cup weekend. I've always found this day as the hardest day because it's the juvenile, so the youngsters having their go on the big stage. So yeah, I'm not expecting a 5-time or anything like that, but just as long as I kind of manage to get a couple of wins, I'll be happy with that. But obviously it's the Saturday that you really want to do well. You've got 9 grade 1 races, so yeah, you want to do well on both days, but if I had to pick one, obviously it would be the Saturday. A lot more bigger races and a lot more bigger horses, and the names of the horses are a lot bigger. So yeah, obviously I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully I've managed to provide you with some winners, and yeah, hopefully if all goes well, just be looking forward to Saturday. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and make sure to check out the next podcast, which is for Breeders' Cup Saturday.